Hello, Austin County. Today I am here with Chandler, Wahrmund, and Tynan Shadle from the Texas Historical Commission. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hi, thank you.
We're glad to have you here. They are going to tell us all sorts of amazing things about the Fanthorpe Inn and volunteer activities and volunteer chances, I should say. But before we begin, I want to remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share it out because we want to get the word out there. All right, so put you on the spot, guys. We will start. Let me do my thing here. All right, so it appears that we have Mr. Tynan first. Tell us about yourself. What do you do? What have you been doing?
So I am the lead educator at Washington on the Brazos State Historic Site. So I help supervise the stories that we tell at the Star of the Republic Museum, which is a 12,000 square foot museum dedicated solely to the Republic of Texas. The Washington Town Site and Independence Hall, which is the site where Texas declared independence from Mexico in 1836.
Right.
And then also the Fanthorpe Inn in Anderson as well. So I get to do a lot of really fun things. I'm also our events coordinator for our Texas Independence Day celebration and our Juneteenth Heritage celebration as well. So right now we're in the middle of an enormous restoration project, a renovation project at Washington on the Brazos that we've been doing for about 2 years now. And we're winding down on that. So we should be reopening our site in November. And so that's what I've been doing a lot.
I was going to say, how did you get started doing this? Have you always liked history or?
Always. So my parents geared all of our vacations around what historic sites or museums we were going to go to. I remember being taken to Vicksburg National Battlefield Site when I was 6 years old. And my parents woke up the next morning and I was drawing a battlefield map from memory. Not a very good one, but doing my best to try to do that. And from then on, I loved history. My grandfather was a coach and history teacher, but one of those coach history teachers that really took the history part seriously.
They really did,
well.
Yeah.
He took football incredibly seriously, but he loved the history part as well. And so they would go on vacations and he would bring back all kinds of awesome pictures and stuff. And we would spend the time in his den going over places like Custer National Battlefield Site as well, and National Park, and Appomattox, and, all these places. And when I was 12 years old, we went to the National World War II Museum. We went to Washington on the Brazos. And when we left Washington on the Brazos, I told my mom that I wanted to do this someday. I wanted to work in museums. And here I am today.
And you said something about you actually have a degree in history.
I do. So I have a degree in museum studies.
Okay.
So I got that from Tusculum University in Greenville, Tennessee. So I went native Texan, born and raised, but I went way off far to college and got a degree there. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. And
I was going to say, now I know your wife is also does the museum thing because she came to visit us.
Yes, so my wife is the lead educator at San Felipe de Austin, just right here in the Austin County area. And we actually met working at the same museum. So one of the other parts of the best decision I ever made in going to Tusculum University is that I had a professor that had worked at Iowa Living History Farms. And he sent me there for a paid internship. I came back as staff, and I met my wife working there at the museum. And so we met in Iowa.
That's fun. I love stories like that. Thank you for sharing that. And I was going to ask, do you ever have the whole "my museum is better than your museum" at the house? I can see you at the dinner table going, "Well, we got this artifact. Well, we got two of these."
Jokingly so, yes. Okay. And I think that there's a very friendly rivalry between San Felipe and Washington on the Brazos because our stories are very closely intertwined. Right. But we always like to remind San Felipe that we declared independence.
And they did not.
And they did not.
I love it. All right, Chandler, your turn. I'm fixing to put you on the spot now.
Hey.
All right, so tell me about you and how you got started.
So I grew up in San Antonio. I've always loved history. I've always felt like a person who was born outside of time and have spent my life figuring out what time am I supposed to be in. And so I have a bachelor's and a master's in history, and was looking for different public history jobs and found the Texas Historical Commission. I've been with the commission for 6 years now, and have been at the Fanthorpe Inn for 5 years.
All right. And so what is your job there?
So I'm an educator at the Fanthorpe Inn. I am the main boots on the ground for the Fanthorpe Inn. So I'm there every day that we're open, so that's every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I also work on Wednesdays and Thursdays doing different outreaches, speaking to schools, senior centers, telling everyone about the story of the inn, about the Fanthorpe family, and also developing all the sorts of programs that we do at the inn. So we have at least one program every month. Sometimes it's even more than that. Sometimes we have our stagecoach that you can actually hop on, take a ride down to the courthouse and back. And during all these programs, there's some a unique tour or program where you only happens during that day that you're there, talking about some specific element of the Fanthorpe's life, something that occurred there, or some other element of what life was like back then.
Okay, so I know that basically the big thing y'all want to talk about is having people come volunteer and the new things that y'all have done. But tell me, well, we'll come back to that. Okay, this was the Fanthorpe Inn, and you told me this picture was taken probably around when?
1936.
Okay, and who were the Fanthorpes?
So the Fanthorpes, so Henry Fanthorpe was an English immigrant.
Okay.
He comes to Texas in 1831. He purchases a quarter league of land, which is 1,107 acres, for $76.61.
You can't even buy anything these
and
days.
A horse.
And a horse.
Yes.
I love it.
He sets himself up right on La Bahia Trail. That is one of the most trafficked trails in Texas at the time. And eventually he builds a 2-room log cabin, after marrying, Rachel Kinnard, and sacrifices half of that home to be an inn. So he sets up 4, 5, 6 beds in there, starts charging people as they're coming down the road to sleep there, and just makes money hand over fist. So he just keeps building. And so he puts a second story on in the 1840s. He puts a dining hall and 7 hotel rooms above that in the 1850s. By 1855, there was a whole nother addition that doesn't exist anymore. So at one point, this was a 32-room hotel complex. But people, when they come today, they can see the inn as it existed in 1850, with about 17 rooms. So not only an innkeeper, but really the founder of the community of Anderson. He's also the person who makes Anderson the county seat of Grimes County. So a lot of people have been through Anderson. If I talk to people, they say I love the courthouse. It's a beautiful courthouse that we have, but they sometimes don't know about the Fanthorpe Inn. It's like, well, if you're looking at the courthouse, turn the other direction, and Main Street dead ends at the Fanthorpe Inn. Truly, the American dream was lived by Henry Fanthorpe, coming here with almost nothing, having nearly 4,000 acres by the time he died, involved in so many different business ventures. He was one of the first postmasters in Texas, a position that he was awarded at the consultation at San Felipe de Austin in 1835. So many different careers that he had, and a true community builder. Those are all the sorts of stories that we get to tell there.
So he basically was the Hilton of that area.
Yes, very much so.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna back up here because I just discovered this when y'all sent me an email. This was at the bottom. I think this is neat because when you go places, a lot of people want to look at the historical things, but they don't know what it is. Kind of like you said, people say, oh, well, I'm going to go look at the courthouse, but they don't realize. And so you can download this, and I know it's new, and you guys said you don't know a whole lot about it. I don't either. I just downloaded it, and I'm fixing to play with it. But it shows you, I mean, if you look at the bottom of the screen, it says 18,000 plus historical places. So, I mean, you're pretty much looks like anywhere you go, you can do it. And like I said, I downloaded it and started tinkering with it, and I think it's nifty, and I thought it needed to go in this discussion, because it just, and you can get it on Apple or Google. So, like I said, I downloaded it, and whenever I go places, I'm like you, even if I don't stop at the museum, even if I could just drive by and look at the place.
Absolutely.
Sometimes, you're like, well, I'm going through town anyway. I may as well take a small detour. So,
and we've all been on road trips.
Yes.
And we see that little brown sign
They
that
can't
says
read from the
historical
road.
marker coming up 1 mile, and then you miss it.
right.
This app allows you to look it up, and so hopefully your navigator, while you're on your road trip, can pull up, so this is the area where that battle occurred, or these were the founding citizens of this area. This app allows you the access to over 18,000 historical markers without having to track them all down and stop your car on very busy highways and risk your life to figure out these important aspects of history.
I was saying too, like my car has the plug-in. I plug it in, and it has the Google Play on the thing, and so you can just, when you pull it up, you could holler it in, and it'll tell you how to get there. So
yes,
I just thought this was very fascinating, and I wanted to put that out there. So this is the Fanthorpe Inn today.
It's actually the Fanthorpe Inn probably about 3 or 4 years ago, because it looks even better than that picture.
Which we're gonna go to the website in a minute and look at all the new stuff.
So we just underwent a 10-month restoration project at the inn. We have a new roof. We have new siding, new windows. The original glass was taken out, and new new wood casings were constructed. That original glass put back in. We have been able to open up every hotel room now. We have over 15 new pieces of art on the walls. So truly, if you've been to the inn before, but it was 5, 8, 12 years ago, you should come back and see what it looks like now.
All the nice new stuff they have.
Yeah, some of the stuff is so new, our website hasn't been fully updated. Like that room, Henry and Rachel have a brand new, a new to them bed. So we have this new 4-poster bed for them in the master bedroom. And that's Henry's post office.
Sorry.
There, yes. The dining room, we've got a new piano in that corner. So a new 1850 model piano, just like Henry and Rachel would have had.
Okay, so this is, we're talking groundbreaking stuff here that nobody's seen yet as y'all are going through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only thing that's missing is our beautiful cedar elm tree is no longer there. It was over 120 years old, but Hurricane Beryl just about a year ago took it out.
Yeah,
but other than that,
they're good for that.
It's I like to tell people it's a brand new 190-year-old inn.
There you go. All right, and you can the website, we're going to link it at the end so people will be able to go directly to it. And when you go, it shows you the location, hours, and it's free to get in.
So there's no set admission, but we ask for a suggested cash donation of $4 for adults, $2 for children on our regular tour days. So that's every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then when we offer our stagecoach rides, we have a suggested cash donation of $10 per person.
Okay. Yeah. And then it gives a list of all the things. So, of course, anybody who has ever watched this knows that I was a school teacher. And so the whole school programs, that always makes me happy. And you said something about, do both of you go out to the schools? Just one? Do you?
So we both do outreach. We do outreach programs. The bulk of the school tour programs that we do are probably actually at Washington on the Brazos.
Okay.
We see a ton of fourth graders. We are slowly starting to see an increase in some of the school groups that are coming to Fanthorpe. Yeah. But Chandler is probably one of the most requested outreach specialists that we have in the agency, both for adult programs and for kids programs. So yes, the answer to your question is we both do outreaches, both for our site and at other sites. We go to other sites within the THC, like San Felipe. I actually just did one at San Felipe back in March or May, excuse me. And we've gone, as far out is West Texas to Fort McCavett State Historic Site. So
Here, Greg, put it back up. Okay, I found the Washington on the Brazos. We'll link to that one too.
sure.
So, there we go.
Yeah, so that's Independence Hall. That's on Texas Independence Day celebration, and they are actually what they're doing right there is they're talking about some of the delegates, some of the men who actually signed the Declaration of Independence. They've likely just finished up one of the convention vignettes where we actually reenact some of the days of the convention. That's Independence Hall. The man out in front there, Glenn Kinder, is one of our best volunteers at the site. He's a park host for us about 6 months out of the year, and he gives Independence Hall tours that people rave about and come back asking for him. They write letters talking about how great the tours are, so yeah, that's Glenn right there.
Having said that, let's segue into a little bit before I run y'all into 2 hours of talking.
Oh, no.
Okay, so this gentleman is a volunteer. So what does it take to be a volunteer? That's going to kind of move us into what we're doing. What does it take? Like if I'm like, hi, I'm Shelley, I'd like to volunteer.
So that's the first step, right? Is the interests, right? Is just having an interest in volunteering your time. There are a lot of places to volunteer. There's a lot of places that need volunteer help. We are one of them. And what we're looking for is someone who is interested or already loves Texas history and who wants to come preserve Texas history. That's the first thing that we're looking for. We're looking for people who might be interested in giving tours, like Glenn, giving guided tours to people. We're looking for people who might want to be in period clothing, and do things like farming at our Barrington Living History Farm. We're looking for folks that want to help us maintain 300 acres of park grounds. So we have a maintenance team that's one of the best out there, but they need help. And while we need help, as I've been telling people, we have a lot to offer. Like our complex is 4 in 1. Fanthorpe Inn is part of our complex. Star of the Republic Museum, Barrington Living History Farm, the Washington Town Site. We have opportunities in our retail department. We have opportunities to give tours of the museum. And so there's just a ton of opportunity for people who want to volunteer. And once you've kind of figured out what it is you would like to do within our complex, we can then kind of walk you through the process. So our agency has a sign-up registration software for volunteers called Volgistics. And so you go to the website, you sign up. There's things like a background check and stuff like that. And our volunteer event that we're going to do on August the 2nd is going to kind of help us showcase what we have to offer, but also allow us to help get people started in the process of the paperwork and things that have to be done.
As he's talking? Okay. So this is the one you're talking about
in
August? Okay.
Yes, so this is actually coming up this Saturday.
Okay.
Coming up this Saturday from 1 to 4. It's going to be at our conference center at Washington on the Brazos. It's kind of a come and go event, but we will have a portion up front where a program up front given by our site manager of who we are, what we're about, and then we'll have some of our current volunteers giving some testimonials about their experiences at Washington on the Brazos and why they think that other people should spend their time here.
Okay, I was going to ask so it's one of those things of I don't want to get up and talk in front of people, but I don't mind sewing a dress.
Sure.
Or I'd rather mow the yard and wave at people. Now let me ask you this. If, say, you're the groundskeeper, is that done like off time, or do you get to dress in historical clothes as you're mowing the yard?
I mean, hey, if you really wanted to, I'm sure that our maintenance department would do that as long as you're wearing proper safety equipment. But no, we have opportunities for folks who don't necessarily want to get out in front of the public. It takes a lot of effort and work and time to sew period clothes. We are definitely looking for people who are interested in helping with that or doing that. We have some stuff that may be going on in our museum collections where you will very rarely see another person other than our collections registrar. We have air-conditioned spaces. Not everything is outside. We understand this time of year it is brutally hot. And we have opportunities for people who want to be in air conditioning, but also want to help out.
Yeah. What about the next thing is age limits? Like my cousin's son, but was from the time he was little, was an absolute. He was crazy for history, and I mean now he's done all sorts of things and gotten all kind of degrees and whatever, and I mean he would have volunteered as young as he could. Do you have an age limit?
So we're looking at about age 12 is kind of what we're gonna make the cutoff to be. That being said, we're gonna have a lot of opportunities if little brother or little sister wants to come.
Gotcha.
We require a parent in those instances to be there.
So they would basically be like kind of like background characters?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
So there would be some opportunity for them to learn skills and things as well, and maybe do programs for other kids. That's something that we are exploring right now that we are really we think would be a benefit. Kids interact well with other kids.
Oh, yeah.
So it's where they may see me and like, oh, I don't want to interact with this guy. He looks a little shady.
He's old.
Right.
You know?
They may interact with someone that's closer to their age.
Right.
So we're not just looking for kiddos that are teens that are interested in volunteering just so that they can be kind of background. We're wanting them to learn skills and engage their historical interests as well. Because that's something that like, we need help, and I mentioned earlier, we have a lot to offer. We want this to be as beneficial an experience for our volunteers as it is for us. We want them to be able to explore and expand their interests and expand upon their skills, learn new skills. We're going to have a blacksmith shop and a carpentry shop on our new town site reconstruction. We are reconstructing part of the town of Washington as it existed in the 1830s, very similar to what they did at San Felipe de Austin. And so we're going to have all kinds of skills. We're going to talk political stories. We're going to talk domestic stories. So there's a lot of opportunity for people to just learn and better themselves through history.
Well, I was going to ask, so we kind of talked about, that they can do their, kind of choose what they want to do. And how, like, okay, I want to volunteer, but of course I have a job. I do this. Can I say, I'm only available on Tuesdays from 12 to 4?
Yep.
You'll still take it?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We have some, we do have a volunteer opportunities booklet that we brought, and we'll leave that with you today. And we'll be handing those out, those volunteer booklets at our, and actually, maybe.
Well, let's say, hold it up.
So we've got, there we go. We've got our volunteer booklet. So when you come to our event, you'll get one of these. And so it has a packet inside that'll have all of the opportunities inside of it. So you can kind of flick through and see what you got. So we've got our certified guides and our living historians there. And it'll tell kind of what we're looking for, what you'll do, but then there's also a time commitment portion at the end. And that's just it. In a lot of ways, it's a preferred commitment. We're willing to take any commitments that we can. And then at the event, you'll also fill this out. Let us know your information so we can contact you, and then check the boxes on what you're interested in doing so that we know who to have reach out to you. Because again, we are 4 sites within this complex, so we want to make sure we get you to the right people.
All right, that's just nifty. Okay, the other thing you were going to talk about, like, we're kind of scattering around here, but y'all are so interesting, I can't hardly do it. But okay, Fanthorpe Innkeepers, that was the next thing that y'all were looking at. That's right near my birthday. September 24th is my birthday.
Oh.
I have to go out there and make my husband take me for my birthday.
Sure, yeah.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So this is sort of the perfect next step once you, if you do go to the August 2nd event and you find out about the Fanthorpe and you want to volunteer, we're now having a training event this Friday, September 26th in the evening from 6 to 8 p.m. So we're going to give you the packet. We're kind of going to go over the roles that we need at the inn because we need guides. We also need people who want to wear the clothes and just hang around as people would have done back in the 1800s at the inn. And then we also need people who don't want to wear the bonnets and the corsets or waistcoats or any of that and want to wear their regular street clothes. We have jobs that we're going to need people in those regular street clothes as well. So this is going to be both a training event where we're going to kind of go over some of the things that we do at the inn, but it's also going to be an appreciation event because we have several volunteers with years of service to the inn, and we want to recognize those years of service. So we'll be giving some awards. We're going to have some refreshments. We're going to be talking about, hopefully by seeing some of these veteran volunteers, new volunteers will see how fun it is, and one will just kind of feed into the other.
Okay, now I'm looking at the pictures. Y'all don't really seem to have an average age. I mean, it's from like this young man at the bottom all the way to older ladies, and so
yes.
That goes with what you said, that you have just a little bit of everybody.
Well, we love. The Fanthorpe Inn was the, and this goes for a lot of our sites, but specifically the inn was this crossroads where people from all walks of life, from all regions of the world would come and break bread together. So our job is to show people that. People come to the inn on a regular Friday and it's just me there and it's lovely and it's very peaceful and quiet, but we are nowhere near to the amount of busyness and action that would have been taking place in that structure 180 years ago. So we need these volunteers to come from full families to retired couples to whoever to come and bring the place to life during our events.
Okay, now let me ask you this, and I'm sure it is accessibility for everybody. Or is it, because like my father has difficulty walking, so like if I would want to bring them, would we be able to?
So the inn does have some stairs, so it is somewhat difficult even for fully able-bodied people to go up those stairs. But we do have an accessible ramp to get into the first floor and to see the dining room.
And
Chandler also has created a really awesome graphic of what all the rooms look like upstairs that he can show to people that maybe can't make it up the stairs, so you can at least get an idea of what's up there, what it looks like. So
I was to say, and I'm in any not productions, what am I trying to say? Programs, excuse me, would be, they could come and view programs and things like that. So that'd be no problem.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's kind of a little bit off the subject, but that's always a question for me, because I like taking my parents' places, and if you can't get in there, it makes it a little different.
Right.
Okay. So when I'm going to Facebook here, I want to pull up. It is Fanthorpe.
Mm-hmm. The Fanthorpe Inn.
Fanthorpe Inn. Now, okay. Forgive me for not quite. Oh, look, I know this person. For not quite understanding, are all of the things on the same property, or are they? Okay, they're not.
3 of them are together.
Okay.
So, Washington Town Site, the Star of the Republic Museum, Barrington Living History Farm are all at the Washington on the Brazos State Historic Site property. Fanthorpe Inn is 20 minutes away in Anderson.
Okay, gotcha.
just past Navasota.
Okay.
Heading east.
Wait, I wanted to go back and see that video. Let's see, let me go into videos. I want to see you.
It might be in Reels. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, there we go. This was a really good one.
We let Gen Z edit our tour. Oh, dear Lord. I love it.
Your value's off.
That's okay. It would. I'm afraid it would blow out everything. I was just looking at how they did it. Okay, so if you go to the Facebook page, I mean, you guys have amazing photos. He looks like
And that's one of our volunteers. So
that guy.
Barry Graham, we do a program in the summer on the first Fridays of June, July, and August, where we have either myself, other staff, or our volunteers will come and portray someone who lived or worked at the inn. So for people who are looking for more of that first person, more theatrically minded people, this is an opportunity where you can, I can help people develop a program about one of these people. So Barry was a former intelligence officer, so I did not have to help him at all. He was digging all over the place and found things that probably
a dossier.
Yes, he's portraying Dr. R.R. Peebles, and he probably found out things that even Dr. R.R. Peebles didn't know about himself. But he is a fascinating character who was
Barry or Dr. Peebles?
Both. But Dr. Peebles specifically lived a fascinating life in colonial republic and then into Civil War Texas. So you get to visit with him in the parlor on that evening, and so that's what.
Why is he in shackles there?
Well, that's part of the story. So, Dr. Peebles, when the Civil War happens, he does not support secession. He does not support the Confederacy. And he, like Barry Graham, was very vocal and published things in the local paper. And General Magruder actually locked him up for saying these things against the Confederacy. And he was moved actually from here in Austin County. He lived in Hempstead. Dr. R.P.
He's the founder of Hempstead.
So, yeah. And so, but the people around Hempstead were so angry at him that they moved him to Grimes County, and he spent most of his sentence in the Grimes County Jail in Anderson, and was eventually exiled to Mexico. And so this whole program took place the day of that exile. So you had to come to the inn because that's where the livery stable was. So while the Confederate troops were going to get the mules and horses ready to transport our very suspicious prisoner, Dr. Peebles sat down in the parlor and told everybody about his life.
Wow. So we kind of talked a little bit before about the fact that what you do is part live action, part history, part a little bit
Oh.
of everything. So people who don't mind taking on another persona,
please come.
Please come?
Yes. If you are a theatrically minded person, which I am myself, we've got plenty of programs for you, and all sorts of opportunities. So yes, if you are someone who likes Dungeons and Dragons, if you're somebody who likes live action role play, and then of course reenactors, we have opportunities for you to these skill sets can transfer over to what we need at our site. So if these are things that appeal to you, please come and ask questions and figure out what we do.
I was asked the clothing. And is that your clothing? Do you share it? Do you?
So we have closets available for newcomers, so that we also want to be as accurate as possible in what we're presenting to the public. So we want to make sure that the people who are coming are demonstrating with our best foot forward. So we have clothing available in lots of sizes and lots of styles for people to sort of experience, see what makes a quality outfit, what are the things that you should be looking for, what you should stay away from, so we can provide that. So if you don't have, if you're brand new to this field, in some ways we might even prefer that, because then we don't have to feel bad about some of these other articles that you already have that aren't necessarily accurate.
Oh, okay.
But that being said, if you've been in reenacting for many years, we of course want you to come as well. But we want the barrier to entry to be as low as possible, and so we do have lots of clothes to offer.
I was going to say, because I know that Nicole, your wife, we had a picture of her, and she was helping hem clothing, and they said that they found patterns from that time and were adapting them to fit people. And I thought that was fascinating because, I'm not a small woman, and so, something like that would have to be adapted for me.
There are a lot of people that do that for a living. They make historical clothing for a living, and that's where we get some of our clothing, a good portion of our clothing. Some of the folks that we work with sew their own and are good enough to do that themselves. I have tried, not very good. It's not a skill that I have learned well yet, but yeah.
I was going to say, so basically which I can't, but if I could sew, and I said, I want to come, and, you've accepted me, and I'm going to be a reenactor. And I said, but I need a pattern. I could get a pattern and would have to be like, okay, is this an approved, material and things like that? Because obviously you're not going to want, things with Nike or whatever on it. I mean, I know that.
Leave the polyester at home.
Yeah. I was going to say, and I know there are even certain colors and certain patterns. Is that true? Am I right in that? Because
Yep.
I know that even certain people wouldn't wear certain colors. They, different things like that. So if I want to do it and I come and I say, hey, I want to do this, you'll help me.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay. Yes. We can, we have patterns on file ourselves. We know places where you can get patterns. And then as part of our collections, people are making patterns from the historical clothing that we have from the time period. Yes.
Star of the Republic Museum has a wonderful clothing collection. We've just gotten some new stuff in and are in the process of, like Chandler was saying, trying to find people that we are trying to get some of the folks that we know to come pattern that stuff for us and make it in a few different sizes so that we can have different size clothing for people.
Now, I do have to ask, these women didn't wear corsets, did they?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
Even under the regular clothes?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, yuck. I had a bad experience with a corset once. I went to the Renaissance Festival and had my first and only ever panic attack in a corset. So
no.
I don't know that I would be real good in those. I'd have to wear a really loose one, I guess.
Sometimes wrappers don't have.
Yeah. So I think some of the time the wrappers you wouldn't have to wear corset.
I was gonna say I'd have to come and just read or mow the yard. I don't think I could do the corset. Anyway, okay, so we talked about our volunteers. We talked about the activities that y'all are having coming. Okay, and say I can't do any of that, but I'm like, hey, I want to support Texas history. Do you have endowments, anything like that? Like if I want to just give you some money, I'm like, hey, I'm rich and I have $10,000 I want to give you.
Yes.
Oh. You just call up and go, hey.
So our the Washington on the Brazos Historical Foundation has a lot of donation opportunities right now. I think that there are possibly still some donation opportunities for our capital project as well. And the Washington on the Brazos Historical Foundation has their website, where TexasBecameTexas.org. You could go to the main THC website or Washington on the Brazos' website and get contact information for our site supervisor, Jonathan Thaler, and he could direct folks to that as well. We also, on that website for the Historical Foundation, Washington on the Brazos Historical Foundation, we have a wish list of sorts of things. We actually recently just had a wish list item for Fanthorpe, 2 wish list items for Fanthorpe. Filled a Masonic apron that is the same apron that Henry Fanthorpe had. He was a Mason. And then linens and curtain material for the Fanthorpe Inn. Very, very generous donation to make those happen. So yes, we have all kinds of opportunities. If you can't volunteer your time, but you're willing to donate pavers. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me of that. Another opportunity that gives you something that will live on at Washington on the Brazos for you is we have our paver walk, and so you can buy a paver They're, I think, right now $250. They will be $300 after Texas Independence Day of 2026. But you can have 3 lines of text, 15 characters a line. You can commemorate your family, an ancestor, yourself, whatever you would like, and those will be placed on a Texas Revolutionary walking trail from the visitor center to the museum. And there will be Texas flags related to the Revolution in little kiosk areas, and those bricks will be placed near those flags.
Okay.
And that is available. The form for that is available on the Washington on the Brazos Historical Foundation's website.
Okay, Greg, flip over for us. All right, this is the Friends of Texas Historical Commission. Is this
no?
Is your...
So ours is where TexasBecameTexas.org.
Now that site that supports the agency across
as a
the
whole.
state.
Yes, so that is our Texas Historical Commission Friends, of which our historical foundation is a part of.
Yes.
But
okay, tell me the address again. I'm sorry.
where Texas became Texas.
Wait, Texas what?
Where TexasBecameTexas.org.
No, you have Texas.
Nope.
Go all the way back, but where?
Oh, good Lord. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
So it's just where?
Where Texas.
Okay. I'll get it. Where?
No space.
Oh,
space.
good Lord.
It's easy.
I mean, if you type it in without the space, it'll probably
Where
get
Texas
you there.
became Texas.
Became
okay.
Texas, and that's
It takes me a minute.
Yeah. So if you go on
There we go.
and then let's see,
Support
us. And then maybe under here, let's see. So there's our send donations and our online donation tool. But then you can join the Historical Foundation as a member.
There's your.
And then there's our wish list.
Okay.
And it has some of the prices and things included there. Can't remember where the pavers.
I think it might be easier to find that through Facebook.
That's true. It is on our Washington on the Brazos Facebook. We actually just posted, and this would be the historical site's Facebook. So Washington on the Brazos historic site.
Because there are 2 Facebook pages for us.
Okay.
So
one is the Historical Foundations, and one is the THC site.
yes.
Okay,
And both of them should have posts.
so this one here is our Foundations page.
Yes.
So there should be a post if you scroll down.
Shortly down there should be some sort of
Volunteer. Oh, there's right here.
Yep, there it is right there.
It takes us a minute, but we get there. All right. Your message goes here. Oh, okay. August 15th. All right. Nice. Well, we will link this as well. So
Thank you.
that people can get to it. We try to link everything at the very end.
And then if you want to link Washington on the Brazos' Facebook page, that's going to be the Washington on the Brazos State Historic Site.
Well, I'm going to pull it up on the separate one.
And each of us have our historic sites. If you don't want to link all 4, Barrington, it's still Barrington Plantation, I guess, but Barrington Living History Farm has theirs. And then
The state park?
no, it's State Historic Site.
Let's see.
You'll have a red exclamation mark in the profile picture.
Let's go back to that. So that's the Star of the Republic Museum. So we also have a YouTube channel coming. So that's what that is. But this is our, and there's actually an ad for our, we need 1840s fashionistas.
Well, we sure do.
Our Facebook. Here.
And look, there you are. Tynan Shadle.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then Adam Arnold is our educator on the Washington Town site, and he's also a good contact.
Well, and I share just about everything on our Facebook page that comes across because I just think it's very, very important that, it gets shared because there's a lot of people out there who may not know, like I didn't. Of course, I've just recently moved here, so I'm still learning, and I figure if I'm still learning, people who have lived here are still learning.
Absolutely.
And especially when you do things, sometimes people, oh, yeah, I know what that place is. But then they get to looking at it and they're like, wow, I didn't know they did that. And so that's why I think it's so important to.
Yeah. And for Washington on the Brazos, that's definitely something that happens because, a lot of people are familiar with it.
Right.
things are going to change, a little bit. It's still going to be the great place that they remember. It's just going to be better.
Yeah.
And we do, like Fanthorpe, we do a lot of historical programs and things too. So, for instance, we did a horse racing program back in April where we actually raced horses on a 1/4-mile track.
Wow.
So we do all kinds of fun stuff like that as well.
Okay, we're kind of winding down and we've got most everything. Just a quick question, like how many people do you have go through the museums at any given time? I mean, is it?
It's sort of, we get this question a lot, at least I do. I'll answer for Fanthorpe that it's hard to put an exact number on things. What I'll say is Fanthorpe is seasonal, so when it's more comfortable outside, we have more people who want to come. In the spring, we have a sea of bluebonnets out by the inn. So we get lots of people who want to come in and see the bluebonnets. For our events, we get lots of people. So especially when we have our stagecoach rides, people come from all over the state to have their opportunity to ride in a stagecoach. Yeah. So we'll see sometimes 24, sometimes 4 people on our stagecoach rides. Sometimes we run out. I tell people come early on our stagecoach rides because all the slots might be taken if you show up at 1:00. This summer has actually been pretty busy for us. We saw well over 100 people in June, and we're looking at maybe doubling that for this month. I can't give you the exact number, but we're busy.
Well, that's good, and that's good. So I guess what my point in asking that was, people need to understand that if you're having an event, they need to go ahead and get there because it's going to, like you said, strolling in at 1:00, you might
not get on the ride, especially for these people who are coming from long distances.
Right.
Then we don't want anyone to be upset. So to show up after driving a long time and not get your chance to ride on the stagecoach. When we have those rides, we'll have 3 coming up in the fall. When those happen, try and get there around the time that you're open so that you can get your ticket.
Nice. Okay, is there anything I missed? Or did I question y'all to death?
No, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that if since we are in just minutes down the road from San Felipe de Austin, if you go through the Volgistics process to become a volunteer, that is for the agency, for the Texas Historical Commission, which means that you could volunteer at San Felipe de Austin as well. They are always needing volunteers too, and have lots of really great opportunities at that site as well. So I did want to mention that since they are a sister site of ours.
Yeah, we loved having them come down. So I enjoy the history stuff. So that's why I was so excited when you guys contacted me. I was like, yay! And you'll have to come back one day, bring a few people and come in full costume.
Sure.
And we'll put you in front of the green screen and project some stuff out there. You guys could,
yeah, we could definitely do something.
That'd be fabulous. Mm-hmm. And I may have to drag my husband down to check everything out because I think he'd enjoy it. So, but I appreciate y'all being here. More than please don't let it be the last time.
No.
All
right.
I'd love to come back.
We
just one more thing. If you can't make it August 2nd,
okay,
don't worry. We still need you.
Right. It's not a mandatory thing to come.
No.
It's just an opportunity for us to get to know you a little better, for you to get to know us. And but we're happy to sit down with you when you have time, and anybody that is interested in volunteering to have time.
I was going to ask, is your volunteer packet, can somebody download it and read it?
I don't have it downloadable yet, but what I have been doing for some of the people that can't come, they've emailed me, and I have sent them that form, so I can leave my email with you.
And we'll put that down there.
Yes.
And I'd also say on every one of our posts, we have Adam's email, and Adam's name is a lot easier to spell than either one of ours.
And
so
Adam is familiar with the Volgistics process as well.
Yeah, so adam.arnold@thc.texas.gov. You can also message us on our Facebook page. There's lots of different ways. You can call us. There's lots of ways to get in contact with us.
Okay. Well, very good. So, Austin County, if you're interested in going out and doing a little LARPing, pretending you're somebody from another time, this is your place to do it. And thanks again, guys, for coming in. And be sure and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so all this great information gets out. And until next time, Austin County, keep smiling.